Hey guys, you know I've moved to Dubai, and so it only makes sense for me to partner with a local company, Live B&B. If you're thinking about coming out here for a vacation, we have the perfect offer for you. If you want to find out what that is, click the video up here and down in the description. Check it out. What's up, YouTube? I'm Z, and this channel shows you the world through my lens. I was wondering when... Sorry, I don't know why I have so much excess headphone wire. Anyways, I was wondering when in my reaction career I was going to get my first opportunity to check out a Crypt video. I'm a big fan of Crypt. Where he does, like, he has like the everything great about, and then he has everything wrong with. Like, those are the two style of videos that he does. I enjoy them so much. And so, yeah, I guess this is the time that I'm going to get to check it out. So he did an everything great about Eminem Houdini official music video. I'm excited to see what he pointed out. I'm also at the point now where I've listened to this song like, I don't know, at least 100 times. Yeah, that's probably a realistic amount. You know, I love it. I mean, I see some people like, you know, hating on it and stuff, and I'm like, man, like, y'all must not have been around in the early to mid 2000s, because this was like a time machine for me. It made me so happy. So let's check this out, see what Crypt thought in terms of everything great. I've seen his regular reaction to it, but I haven't seen this.
Eminem's Houdini was absolutely a nostalgia trip for any Eminem fan. From callbacks to previous music videos, the abundant amount of celebrity cameos, as well as funny punchlines and lyrics, there is a ton great about this song and music video. And this is everything that I found. Shout out to my good friends over at Manscaped for sponsoring my channel and this video. This is my last month on the contract, and if I do well enough, they will rebook me again, and they have been a huge help, especially because videos like this will be copyright claimed. So if you wish to support...
Hey, yo, Manscaped, if you're looking for a hairy dude to sign, I'm available.
Support me, please use my code CRYPT20 at Manscaped for 20% off and free worldwide shipping. But also, if you buy anything on the website using my code, just send me a picture of your receipt on my Instagram and I will follow you back. And I truly do appreciate anybody that helps me out in that way. I recommend the Baldy.
Now, look, I definitely could have skipped this, but you know what? Like, if this is how Crypt is making his money, I have a video I'm about to do on this, by the way, because there's this whole shitstorm going on with the Kendrick Lamar copyright removal thing. I'll drop a video on that soon, but actually tonight. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff in the reactor, world where we're reacting to music. We don't get paid for like the vast majority of what we do.
Deodorant, because it keeps your balls smelling good, and that's just a matter of the fact. But also, it's anti-chafing cream, so if you're a bigger dude like me and sometimes your thighs rub together, you don't get galded down there. Code CRYPT20, Manscaped, 20% off, free worldwide shipping. Follow back on Instagram. But now, let's see everything great about Eminem's Houdini.
All right, let's do it. The bell.
The opening scene is the stately Mathers Mansion, a direct reshot from the original Without Me music video. The mansion is very similar in stature, with the exact same backwards E as the centerpiece in the front courtyard. We even have a direct reshot of the E beacon shining in the clouds.
I didn't notice that on my first watch.
Behind the mansion, summoning Rat Boy once again. Paul Rosenberg, Eminem's longtime manager, is leaving a voicemail talking to Eminem about his upcoming album. This is a similar skit to several skits that he has done over the years, including Paul, and Paul Rosenberg. Next to the phone, you can see a tub of petroleum jelly, a bottle of lube, erection pills, butt plugs, and a king-size can of liquid death mountain water to quench Eminem's thirst from the ridiculous amounts of sex that he's having right now.
I literally had no idea what liquid death was. And then my friend was telling me, I was like, why the hell are they calling water liquid death? I don't understand.
Mountain water to quench Eminem's thirst from the ridiculous amounts of sex that he's having right now. That, coupled with the bed creaking and the moaning in the background, really drive that point home. You can also see in this zoomed out shot of this exact same frame, there's a dildo, a purple bullwhip handle, a choker, and a martini. These are also porn stars. Dude really went the extra mile to show you sex. Dr. Dre is...
Yeah, I didn't notice any of those things.
Plastered all over the wall behind Eminem's bed, and all portraits have Dr. Dre's face pointing towards the bed watching Eminem have have sex. I just thought that was fun. The time on the clock
Didn't notice that either.
above the bed is actually 3, and with it being dark outside, we can only assume that it means it's 3 a.m. Likely shouting out his own song, 3 a.m. Also,
that song is crazy, by the way, if you haven't heard that. But if you're watching this, you have, because you're an Eminem fan.
Eminem's contact photo of Dr. Dre is the one that was in the background of Dr. Dre giving his speech inducting Eminem into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, in case you forgot how much of a goat the GOAT is. As you may have noticed in this scene, this is a direct reshot of the Without Me music video. And there's a ton of points in this specific bedroom location that are shot-for-shot remakes, so instead of waiting until they come up in the music video, I'm just going to talk about them all right now. Both videos feature a video call from Dr. Dre, letting Eminem know that there is a problem in the world and that Rat Boy is being summoned to save the world. Isn't it crazy that Eminem and Dr. Dre invented FaceTime? Both videos also feature Eminem having a threesome with active porn stars. And Without Me music video, Eminem is having a threesome with Kiana Dior and Jenna Jameson. In Houdini, they are Ryan Keeley and Samantha Mack. Again, sex. Both videos also feature close-up shots of Eminem getting dressed and this iconic scene of Eminem putting on his eye mask as Rat Boy. They both include the classic stop frame of him jumping off the bed into action, except in Houdini he falls, likely representing his age.
And that's something I pointed out in my reaction, which was that I like that he didn't, like, he could have chosen much younger porn stars, right? But he chose, I didn't know that they were porn stars, by the way, but he chose women that kind of match his age. Later on, he does another thing to show his age. So yeah, I mean, yeah.
The whole bedroom was just full of nostalgia. As we can see in the video that Dr. Dre has sent Eminem, 2002 Slim Shady is breaking through the portal on ENN News, not CNN News. He's also sporting the very familiar baggy white t-shirt, dog tags, and blonde hair. Side note, Eminem released Without Me in the year 2002 on his album The Eminem Show, so the continuity here is awesome. In addition, he's also stepping through this portal in a very similar fashion as Tobey Maguire in the most recent Spider-Man movie. Coincidentally, Spider-Man was also released in 2002. All of the above fit this comic book theme that is going on in this music video.
That's an interesting connection, the Spider-Man 2002
released in 2002. All of the above fit this comic book theme that is going on in this music video. Also, Eminem loves comic books and has created his own in the past. Everything really ties together here. After 2002 Slim Shady breaks through the portal, there are many scenes showing the difference in the world since 2002. We have an influencer constantly taking selfies, a robot walking dogs, and this man watching VR porn on an Oculus headset. Again, sex. We also can hear the higher pitched sound of Slim Shady's voice once he sees everything going on, as opposed to Eminem's current deeper voice.
Yeah.
Here we have another shot-for-shot remake of the comic strip scene from the Without Me music video, including cameos from 50 Cent, Grip, Boogie, Snoop Dogg, and even the Rabbi and Pope in the original video. The Rabbi is played by Paul Rosenberg, Eminem's manager, who we heard from earlier, and the Pope is played by Jimmy Iovine, though he mysteriously looks like Joe Biden. And last but not least, the Easter Bunny from the original scene is in here as well. We can also hear in the background a reconstruction of the opening words and melodies of Without Me, but on a sample beat of the song Abracadabra by the Steve Miller Band. The next scene then shows 2002 Slim Shady starting a dance battle with modern-day Eminem. I still can't figure out if this is a deepfake or if Eminem shaved his face for the video and he just looks that much like himself still, but the mannerism...
No, I think it must be a deepfake, right? I guess you can do like facial makeup to like hide a beard, but it looks way too much like his younger self. I think it's got to be a deepfake. Gotta be.
Of 2002 Slim Shady are spot on. Also, 2002 Slim Shady does this weird breakdance move, which is a nod to the Without Me music video when Elvis Presley did the same thing. As the song begins in lyrical form, we are hit with a simile right out the gate. In reference to this very ugly baby being born on screen, he says the baby devil's forked tongue is sticking out like a sore thumb. He also references the baby growing horns and does his classic horn symbol from the Marshall Mathers LP. As we move forward in the music video, we see 2002 Slim Shady pulling up to a modern-day cipher, and
I didn't understand why why the Bud Light thing, because I just haven't kept up with the news on that. So apparently Bud Light has been, I think Crypt's going to talk about it. Why should I talk about it? Crypt, talk about it.
Quickly realizes it's just a dance battle and nobody is actually rapping, showing the decline in the music industry where everybody's only making dance songs now. There's also cameos in the scene from rapper Easy Mill, the newest signing to Shady Records, and producer The Alchemist, who constructed the beat for this very song. Both Easy Mill and The Alchemist show much confusion to the current cipher, showing that they still hold the value of true rap ciphers, just like 2002 Slim Shady does. We also come across a double entendre here where Eminem says that he is a lyrical technician, an electrician, and y'all are light work. To put it simply, electricians work on lights for a living, but he also says that his opponents are no competition for him, and for him to put them away would be light work, meaning easy. I'm sorry, I have to dumb this shit down or somebody's gonna say I missed it. Eminem is also...
Yo, I feel you, Crypt. It's always like that. I feel like I'll like lay out a bar and what it means, but unless I literally describe every little, detail of it, someone will comment and say like, oh, that bar meant this. And I'm like, yeah, it obviously meant that. That's what I was saying.
also a big fan of Tech Nine, who is known as the Technician, and I'm definitely counting that as a subtle shout out because Tech Nine's my favorite rapper ever. We're quickly hit with another double entendre as Eminem uses the phrase make believe in two different ways. The first of which meaning that he makes people believe he is the best with his music, so he does not have to pretend that he's the best. But also the phrase make believe is another way to say the phrase play pretend. We are immediately hit with the homonym of Aleve and Aleve. Aleve is
I also love his song Believe. I think he's not going to talk about the Bud Light, but I'll bring it up
another way
if
to
we
say
go
the
past
phrase
this
play
scene.
pretend. We are immediately hit with the homonym of Aleve and Aleve. Aleve is an anti-inflammatory drug used to reduce fevers, but also Eminem is saying the only time that he would take a leave, as in a leave of absence from the rap game, is the actual pill Aleve. Double entendres. And then one last double entendre is hit before we move on to the chorus, where Eminem is asking if he would have a shot at a feat, short for feature, with rapper Megan Thee Stallion. Megan Thee Stallion was notoriously shot in the foot during an altercation with other rapper Tory Lanez. Allegedly.
You know what I'm gonna say about that, because there's like a whole shitstorm about that too, and people saying like it's so disrespectful for him to talk about. By the way, the race division thing is out of control. I think this is not the video for me to talk about it, but I'll just mention it. It's on another level. The race divide is crazy, and people are just doubling down so hard on it. It's very frustrating, very, very frustrating. But, just on the Megan Thee Stallion thing, like, I think maybe let her be her own person. So when she comes out and says, that was extremely disrespectful, I'm upset, or maybe she disses Eminem back because she's on, like, this freestyle kick, so she might do it on her next freestyle. Let her be her own person. Y'all don't let people be themselves. Like, you have to decide how that person feels. Let her decide. Like, maybe she finds it funny because she's in a place where she can deal with it, right? Maybe she doesn't, and then she'll say that. But it's not up to you. It's up to her, how she feels about it. So I'm just really annoyed by a lot of that. We've gone past the Bud Light thing, so I just want to mention why it's funny. I didn't get it in my first view. It's funny because Bud Light's going through this process of like being canceled, actually by the opposite of woke culture, which is interesting because canceling is from woke culture. But people didn't like them, one of their ad campaigns that they did, and basically decided we're not going to drink Bud Light anymore. And so Eminem showing up from 2002 wearing a Bud Light shirt, where Bud Light is what everybody would drink, to today where Bud Light is basically canceled for standing for the things that Eminem made fun of for a big part of his Slim Shady-ness of his career. Is just a hilarious little thing that he threw in there.
DA's office says Lanez, whose legal name is Daystar Peterson, shot Megan's feet during an argument in the Hollywood Hills July 12th.
How the fuck you get shot with no scar? Sorry, Nicki Minaj still stuck in my head with that battle. But also, this comes on the heels of Megan Thee Stallion saying that she felt like Mariah Carey got these N-words so obsessed. Obsessed was the diss song that Mariah Carey made about Eminem. Megan Thee Stallion said this on her song Hiss, which was a diss track towards Nicki Minaj. Eminem and Nicki Minaj are friends and have worked together several times. I didn't see this as a diss. I saw this as just a funny bar that Eminem said, but subconsciously it certainly could be viewed that way. Moving into the chorus, it is an interpolation of the Steve Miller Band.
Again, to double back on what I was saying about Meg, like, I can't decide that for Eminem. So maybe he did mean it as a diss. But I didn't see it as
and song Abracadabra. The Steve Miller Band praised Eminem heavily on their Instagram for the usage of it. Here we can see Dr. Dre picks up Eminem in the Rapmobile, which is a yellow Lamborghini, just like it was in the Without Me music video. Dr. Dre also throws his hands up asking why is Eminem still dressed like this, again referencing the Without Me music video. As Dr. Dre and Eminem are tracking Slim Shady via the Shady tracker in the Rapmobile, Eminem is seen poking and prodding Dr. Dre that Slim Shady is getting away, and they get into an altercation. During the altercation, you can hear the from the song Just Lose It.
Just Lose It, yeah.
After the altercation, they pause and look at each other, and as the beat drops, Eminem starts bobbing his head along to the song, just like Dr. Dre did in the original Without Me music video. Here we have another shot-for-shot remake of this classic scene of Eminem's crotch. The Shady tracker follows Slim Shady into an arena where kids are winning participation trophies in soccer. Slim Shady then hits one of the 8-year-old recipients in the face with said trophy, just like he said he would do in the song, and then begins to yell at the entire arena through a megaphone, things that could absolutely get him canceled. Eminem and Dr. Dre see this on the Shady tracker and realize quickly that Slim Shady will get current Eminem canceled. Realizing this, Dr. Dre boosts the Rapmobile into overdrive, trying to stop Slim Shady from causing any further damage to current day Eminem. Again,
yeah, listen, I mean, I don't know what you guys think about it, but I was talking to my friends about it, and we were like, if this was like, let's play the hypothetical, like the real 2002 Slim Shady Eminem comes through into 2024, how long before the world is up in arms to get him out of here? I think like a day, like, and that might be too long.
And another shot-for-shot remake, this time the facial expressions being a little more realistic. We can see on the tracker that Slim Shady is riding up the elevator of this communication tower, which looks very similar to that of the Empire State Building, which is where Eminem famously performed his song Venom, a song that was made for a Spider-Man spinoff, really tying together more Spider-Man and comic book references throughout this music video.
It's a dope performance if you haven't checked that out.
Slim Shady then busts into this room where people are doing a podcast, another reflection of modern-day society. Here we have cameos from comedian Shane Gillis, rapper Royce da 5'9", and producer Denon Porter. Also, it is noted that Shane Gillis is no stranger to people trying to cancel him for things that he has done and said, famously being fired from SNL before ever appearing on the show, so it is very fitting that he is in this section of the music video. Also, this is very clearly representing Joe Rogan's old podcast studio setup. You can tell by the brick wall surrounding the studio in the 3-person setup, as well as the American flag on the left side of the room. And again, very fitting that Joe Rogan is mentioned in this part of the video about cancellation, because he's had his own run-ins with that stuff. Simultaneously, we also have another homophone where Eminem says he is ahead like his noggin is. This in reference to the previous lines where he is discussing that it's like he's running at full speed while the rest of the world is jogging.
That was a dope line.
Realizing that the only way he can catch up to Slim Shady is to use a grappling hook.
So this is the other part where I thought it was really clever for them to, replicate a scene but then show his age.
Eminem does another shot-for-shot remake of the Without Me music video, except again, Eminem
and he's got knee braces on, and the other one, no knee braces.
Falls climbing the building. Again, referencing the age. Current day Eminem reaches the top of the communication tower just in time to see Slim Shady trying to plug in the microphone. Before Slim Shady can plug in the microphone, Eminem steals the microphone in the same manner that he stole a CD from a little kid in the Without Me music video. Slim Shady and Eminem then collide in the ultimate fight to form Slim and M. I know, I called him Emma Shady in my video, but everybody else likes Slim and M better, including myself.
Slim and M has
also,
a better
the
ring
caption
to it.
here says they created a monster instead of I've created a monster, like in the original The Real Slim Shady video. As Slim and M begins to rap here, we get our most controversial takes throughout the entire song. We open up with a few double entendres of Slim and M saying that he is a bigger prick than Cacti Bee and that his words sting like that of a bee. But the funniest line of the whole song comes with the homophone of the rap group Black Eyed Peas and Black Guy Peas, considering that R. Kelly peed on someone as a sexual fetish. Since Slim and M is rapping to the entire world via the communication tower, everybody that sees him on their phone or hears them is now turning into a Slim and M themselves. I also view this as another reflection of today's modern world of how easy it is to influence somebody. I think it's always been this way, but it's...
That's a really good, because I felt like this was a social commentary moment for sure about, the identity situation. But I definitely did not, voice the influence angle. And I think that's very valid.
It's definitely a modern day reflection. We then reach the most talked about line of the entire song, pretty much because of how off the wall it is. But Siamese cats are literally Chinese cats that have a black face. So technically, blackface, Chinese. Now the transgender part, I think that's just Shady coming out for shock value. Another metaphor comes into play as Eminem says that he has the whole world at his feet like a game of hacky sack, which is a game in which a sack is kicked and kept up off the ground as long as possible. Punchlines. This scene is a...
But I also think it's clever coming off of the transgender line, hacky sack. So, hack your sack off so we could become... Yeah, I mean, I could take it that way too. Somebody mentioned that in the comments. I did not catch that in my reaction when I first listened to it. But I could definitely see that being, why he chose hacky sack.
Of hacky sack, which is a game in which a sack is kicked and kept up off the ground as long as possible. Punchlines. This scene is a shot-for-shot remake of the Real Slim Shady music video. But I guess now it's the Real Slim and M. Will the Real Slim and M please stand up? Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna make that joke. We're then again meet with another simile of Eminem hopping on a track like a kangaroo, cause kangaroos hop. Not the best line in the song, but the music video is just too damn good for that to matter.
I know all the Eminem haters would be like talking about how corny or cheesy that line is.
Slim and M then holds up a picture of when he played his mother Debbie Mathers in the Without Me music video and Britney Spears in the Real Slim Shady music video. All while talking about male cross-dressers and Paul being a fake-ass bitch, but this is a double entendre because a male cross-dresser is literally a fake woman, or in other words, a fake-ass bitch in street terms. Slim and M then goes on a rant saying fuck you to several people, showing another view of Dr. Dre, Jimmy Iovine, and his 3 kids, Haley, Stevie, and Elena. Slim and M also references RuPaul, who is a very famous cross-dresser about having balls as big as his. Our final homophone and simile occur with the lines, see the kidnapping, never did happen like Sherry Papini. The first meaning is that you would never...
I had to look that up.
Never catch Eminem sleeping metaphorically in the rap game, and the second meaning in the literal sense of kidnapping not happening, which is Sherry Papini, who faked her own kidnapping. The best cameo of all comes at the very end of the video with Pete Davidson and the hip thrust. Pete also says he just got his license back, saying he's a great driver, when in real life he probably literally just got his license back because of his reckless driving history. Pete Davidson is notoriously friends with MGK. He even appeared in an MGK music video with blonde hair in a yellow car. And that is the ultimate jab.
Hey.
Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If there's something that I missed, please feel free to comment. I noticed a few things, but I never could find leads on them. For example, the paintings above Dr. Dre in the bedroom. I thought maybe they might be Harry Houdini or something related, but after a long time of Google searches, I really came up with nothing, and the pictures are too blurry for me to make them out. Also, I have no idea who this girl is, and neither does anybody else. There's rumors that she's somebody that won a stand competition, but I can't find any merit to that. And then another last thing that I noticed is that randomly there are letters that are highlighted in red during the comic strip scenes. They're usually the beginning of the word, but the last letter that is red is lowercase and it's an I, and the letters that are all red are CVHTLTI, and I put these in word scramblers trying to figure out if it spelled something, but nothing really came up. But other than that, if you got anything else, let me know. And lastly, if you are watching this video, I am either about to go on my honeymoon to London and Italy for the next 2 weeks, or I'm already there and this is a scheduled video. I'm gonna be there for about 2 weeks, so I'm really hoping and praying that Eminem does not drop a new song while I'm gone. And if you want to help out with my honeymoon costs, there is a link down below in the description as well. If you feel like helping out with me and my fiance on our honeymoon. Shout out to our good friend Martha, who made an incredible donation. Martha, if you hear this and see this video, please find a way to contact me so we can do something special for you. And that's it for this one. I love you guys. This is my music if you want to check me out. Peace out.
Hey yo, Crypt. Congratulations, buddy.
I be catching bullets like Houdini, but I'll never fold, cause I be getting stronger with every shot like a cortisone. People wanna talk like I'm a fictional person, like I will pull up to your crib like a shepherd and get to hurting. What the fuck did you say?
He can rap, yo.
Okay, there for a second I thought you really wanted to dig.
Yeah, he must be, I guess, you know, he said he scheduled it, so he must be on his honeymoon or whatever right now. Hope y'all having a good time, man. It was, our honeymoon was a very special trip. But that was awesome, man. You know what, hearing the bells, I remember watching so many of his Everything Great or Everything Wrong, and it's just awesome that I get to do that on my channel. So thanks for making those videos, Crypt. I know it probably takes so much effort, so much research, so much editing, and just a lot of work. So just know that it's super appreciated. I think everybody loves these videos. All the other reactors love these videos too. So if you guys are still here, I appreciate you spending your time with me. I hope you have an amazing day, and I'll see you next time.